Generally speaking, the way the human body breathes is the diaphragm should move freely, the diaphragm being this large muscle here, right, just below the rib cage. When you inhale, the diaphragm contracts and moves downward, and that causes a partial vacuum in your lungs. That's why air goes in, right? When you exhale, you relax that muscle, it comes back up, and the air comes out. So that's the function of breathing. But here's the thing. Many people, especially adults, mostly adults, we lose the free movement of the diaphragm because we have tension in our bodies and minds. Some of this is physical tension from using the body incorrectly, sitting in chairs all day, for example, driving too much, being sedentary. Some of it is emotional tension, trauma. If we experience certain kind of trauma, our bodies may tense up or get into the habit of being a little frozen. Right? So many things could happen like that. So the result is that many people, if I ask you to take a deep breath, this is what they do, or what you will observe. I'll do it again. Watch my shoulders. Can you see that the shoulders are moving up and down? And where is the movement mostly centered? I think you'll see. It's in the chest. In fact, of the two hands, the upper hand is moving more, right? This is the common way that modern people, as adults, breathe. And what's wrong with it? The diaphragm's not moving much. It's not moving as much as it should. And because that's the case, because there's tension in the body, the upper body has to compensate. So we use the shoulders, we use the rib cage, we use the back muscles to raise and create that partial vacuum. And that's how we breathe. So what's wrong with that? You're using a minuscule part of your lung capacity. It takes more effort. It causes tension. It puts tension into those parts of the body. It's caused by tension. It also causes tension. So you get caught in this kind of feedback loop with every breath you take of putting tension in your body. So that's from a physical standpoint. From a mental standpoint, if we breathe that way, shallow, centered in the upper part of the body, adding tension to the body, it makes us a little neurotic. The gross sort of thought proliferation starts to increase. In other words, our mind starts spinning. We experience things a little more tense, almost like as if we have blinders on. Our general experience, the way we experience our lives moment by moment, is a little more tight and a little more manic, just from breathing that way. Again, if you're tense and a little more manic, it will cause you to breathe that way. But if you breathe that way as a habit, it will cause you to be more tense and more manic. That is the loop. So the way we should breathe, you don't have to sit this way right now, but it's just more comfortable for me. When I inhale, if I relax the upper body completely, shoulders, neck, face, head, rib cage, everything, let the stomach relax. Don't pull your stomach in because you think you have to have a flat stomach. Let it hang. Let it go. This is the healthy way to be. When I inhale now, can you see that the shoulders are not moving? And the movement is not centered in the upper hand this time, but you should see the movement down below. Right. This is what we call diaphragmatic breathing. People use the slang term belly breathing. In Japanese, we say in the Zen tradition, fukushiki kokyu, which literally means belly breathing. Yeah. It just means that when you breathe, when you inhale, the movement is here. Why? Because the body's relaxed. And here's the thing. If the body's relaxed, you can breathe in this more proper, more deep way, which uses more of your lung capacity and involves a free movement of the diaphragm. But when you breathe that way, it will make you more relaxed. When you're calm, not agitated, maybe lying in bed at night, you may start spontaneously to breathe this way because it's the way your body is wired to breathe. It's inborn. It's not a Zen thing, it's a human thing. You just lose it later on when you get up the next morning, for example, and become tense again. You may start to breathe this way habitually because you're calm. But when you're not calm, if you train yourself to breathe this way, I should say if you regain the habit of breathing this way, you will become calm. So let me point this out to you. Even if you never do Zen training again after this course, I want you to take 2 things away, at least 2 things. This is one of them. Become a belly breather. Regain your natural human breathing. If you do not breathe this way all the time, as a habit, without trying to, unconsciously, it means you've lost something that you had when you were young, and it affects your quality of life. The good news is you can change it. You can regain it. In fact, you can regain it very